Top 10 Manhwa or Manhua with 100 plus chapters. There are newer versions of manhwas, but when we talk about reading and enjoying a good manhwa, the old version will never go out of style. Manhwa with a large number of chapters keep us engaged in the story and connect us with the characters in a much deeper way than smaller manhwa. What are the best manhwa and manhua with a large number of chapters on your list this year? So before we begin, be sure to subscribe and like for more top 10s. Starting off with our number 10, Library of Heaven's Path. Transversing into another world, Zhang Zuan finds himself becoming an honorable teacher. Along with his transcension, a mysterious library appears in his mind. As long as it is something he has seen, regardless of whether it is a human or an object, a book on its weakness will be automatically compiled in the library. Thus, he becomes formidable. Monarch Zhuoyang. Why do you detest wearing your underwear so much? As an emperor, can't you pay a little more attention to your image? Fairy Linglong, you can always look for me if you find yourself unable to sleep at night. I am skilled in lullabies. This is an incredible story about teachers and students, grooming and guiding the greatest experts in the world. Number 9. The first son-in-law Vanguard of all time. Zhu Zhao traveled through time and was shocked to find out that he was apparently married. Not only did he recognize a pesky vermin there, but also ended up sleeping with his bride's best friend on the night of his wedding. Then he mistakenly entered a brothel looking for a meal, which again disappointed his bride. His father-in-law hence sent him to their family's training hall to fend for himself. But because he had traveled through time, he gained a tattered reincarnation bowel that requires him to swallow objects of all kinds. Number 8. Boss in School. At first, this is something like a badass MC who is very good at fighting. The first season, until chapter 61, it's about him fighting in school. He gets related with a mafia group, so the classic school gang fight escalates a little bit, but nothing more than that. The second season, let's say, is about finding the killer of his father and involves a martial arts tournament. Of course, there is a lot of fights and action, but suddenly everything goes damn dumb. To make more sense, I'm gonna make a little spoiler. The MC is the son of the CEO of Sunshine Group, aka Mafia, and his mother is like a broken OP successor of all martial arts, and the whole plot is about his dead father, whom he never met. So he inherited the group, he got good at fighting, all of it for the purpose of finding the killer of his father. Number 7. Survival story of a sword king in a fantasy world. This one is really difficult for me because I thought the first 10 chapters were among the best I read in every manhwa out there. After being recently discharged from military service and just drifting through life, Han Bin Ryu is suddenly transported to another world. However, his guideline, the system bestowed upon him to help with his survival and growth, was filled with errors, causing him to be stuck in the tutorial stage for over 20 years. When he is finally released from this personal hell, he finds everyone has turned against other worlders like him. Just how will this low-level super tutorial newbie survive? This story was unique and fairly good. Number 6. The Game That I Came From. The plot is classic, but the author uses it well. Tian Yong Land is a game where players can get their powers in real life and become awakened. Ling Si is an orphan who steps into a glitch in the game, sending him 3 years back into the past. Determined to change his destiny, Ling Si uses his experience to be the first and strongest awakened. This read was really enjoyable. Want more? Just read it and ignore comments. Number 5. The Legendary Mechanic. I must say I'm thankful for this manhwa. Han Xiao, who boosted accounts for users of the online game Star Ocean, traveled through time via unknown power and landed in the world created by the beta version game. He became an NPC with a player's panel. Without hesitation, he chose his favorite career and became a mechanic. Using his skills learned from his previous life, he assessed instances ahead of others and played his role as an NPC to full players. Step by step, the rookie became a powerful figure who dominated the game. So overall, I think it could have really been an excellent manhwa and it had a great potential. Number 4. A returner's magic should be special. This webtoon is about Desir, who traveled back to the past to save the people special to him. Very simple, right? For 10 years, magical prodigy Desir and his party have been battling inside the mysterious Shadow Labyrinth and against the end of the world. Much of humanity has already perished, and just as Desir is about to be killed, he is sent back 13 years into the past. Despite knowing the cursed future that lies ahead, Desir steals his resolve as he sees an opportunity to train his friends and better prepare to face Armageddon together without losing the ones they love. Do I recommend it? Of course, yes. Number 3. Ultimate Soldier. Only those with a powerful guardian spirit, a war god, can change their fate and stand against those who oppose them. Rogue's father had the strongest war god in existence, but after betraying his country, Rogue and his mother become outcast and lose everything. Resolving to create a better life for him and his family, he enrolls in the Villain Academy to square off against opponents with powerful war gods. Can Rogue fight this way to the top and become the strongest in the world? What's the truth behind his father's betrayal? The start is kinda boring, and the whole beast inside the MC kinda reminds me of Naruto, but as the story progresses, it starts to be really exciting and just amazing. Especially after he awakens his spirit and he completely changes, and instead of a childish little kid, he becomes a badass, awesome, super strong dude who can absorb other war spirits and use their abilities even better. The art at first is pretty okay, but then it starts to be also amazing. I highly recommend this. Number 2. World's Apocalypse Online. Hidden Gem. One of the best manhwa till date. Must try it. Art is great and the storyline is crazily good. As the apocalypse reigned, Gu Qingshan used his power to travel back in time before the end. Doing so lets him to be connected to 2 worlds, giving him access to the war god system. This time around, will Gu Qingshan be able to fight against Heaven's will and change his fate? Story is really interesting. Art is good, but sometimes it don't go well with the story, but it also gives a classic vibe. The main characters are well made, are funny, and are badass. Side characters also fit well and make story more interesting. Overall, it is good and I highly recommend it to all. And finally, number 1. Overgeared. I really wanted to like this manhwa and it does deliver from time to time. The art is pretty good and it is fairly funny at certain moments. Shin Young-woo, aka Grid, an unlucky man in life and a low-level player in the popular VR game Satisfy, finds a powerful item that earns him a rare legendary class title, Pagma's successor. He is now a skilled blacksmith who can forge unique weapons and equip the game's most powerful gear. Greed resolves to use his new abilities to achieve fame and fortune. But as his very existence begins to stir up trouble in Satisfy, he realizes that life as a legend may be more than he bargained for. Read it. The beginning is slow and the main character is not really smart, but as time passes, the main character's personality becomes more and more interesting, profound, and human. Well, I hope you enjoyed the list and that you must have acquired a new manhwa title to go read with. And if you did, then leave a like, share this video with your buddies. Also, you guys can leave any type of suggestion on the comment section down below. And like always, make sure you're subscribed to us so that you won't be missing out on any of our future updates. I will see you guys in the next video. Till then, take care and peace out.